Yo, good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. I had to come back with this one because Midnight did get the message. Midnight got the message, boo. And I'm finna actually school you again. Are you really mad, lady? Are you truly mad right now? You must be, boo boo. You are, honey. You're mad, but let me school you on what lipoprotein actually means, and let me school you as to why you are mad this morning. Let me school you on that first of all. Good morning, Miss Rosa. Miss Rose speaks. Good morning, honey. She says, "Good morning, beautiful midnight at Joanne's Gifted Hands." How you doing, my Brenda? Happy Sunday. She says, "Good morning, everybody." How you doing, Miss Dawn? She says, "Good morning, midnight." Real bosses can't be stopped. How you doing, honey? Going over to Facebook, okay? Because I'm live streaming from both Facebook and YouTube. Just woke up and seen it. LOL. That's what Miss V say. How you doing? South Carolina here. Midnight at Joanne's Gifted Hands. Oh, she's from South Carolina. Okay. Good morning, sis. What's going on? This is funny, y'all. Thank you, Miss V, for them purple hearts, okay? This girl, she ain't, this a girl. She's not a woman. This girl, let me hear me you again, girly girl. Let me turn my music off. Let me turn my music off. Turn it off, turn it off. How about this? Now, let me school you on what lipoprotein is. A lipro test is a blood test, idiot. And it's a genetic test that most get if you have a line or a history of genetics in your family where people deal with heart disease of any sort. So it's very important, people, when you are listening to this. This is Midnight at Joanne's Gifted Hands. I'm telling you, it is critical for you all to know what kind of medical illness or what your genetic lineup may look like, because these may be things you may deal with in the future if you know what kind of genetics are in your bloodline. Okay, this is what Midnight do for her medical health. Okay, and by my mother being taken by a heart attack, my both of my aunts and heart disease being on my mother and father's side of the family, when you get lipro tested, idiot and big goofy, it means that I'm asking them to look into my genetic lineup, because this could possibly be things I deal with in the future if I'm not careful with my own health. That's what it is when you find out you have lipro. My sister on here, Christina, didn't I tell y'all that y'all need to also get that line up with that genetic test for the lipro protein? Because it was found in me. Now, however, just because it was found in me, does not mean I take medication for it, because I do not. Goof troop. It's just something letting me know that that's in my genetic lineup, meaning that if I was worried about my heart in the future, if I was worried about anything that pertains to my heart, because that's in my dad and mother's makeup, genetic makeup, that means that I'm looking into it, because I'm more so forewarning my own self of those same genetic makeups that possibly could be a risk to me in my future, near future. And that's the word possibly. So that's a genetic test, you big goofy. It's a test for genetics. It's checking for genetics. Good morning, sis. How you doing, Miss V? Thank you for them hearts, hun. Miss Georgia Wilson, good morning. I know y'all had to come through here on a good Sunday and hear Midnight tell another fool something else. I'm schooling her because she really thinks she know about what's going on with me. No, I'm telling the world this, and I have told them that before, because listen, I bring awareness to people knowing what their genetic makeup look like, because that's very important. And especially when you come from a bloodline, because people don't understand why they go through certain things medically, because you do not know your genetic makeup. You do not know your genetic background. Like yours consists of schizophrenia. and schizo, bipolar, and all of that there. Yours consists of stuff like that. So you need to be more so worried about that on top of your other medical problems. Okay. But see, me being very proactive, that's how I found out I had hypertension trick. That's how I found out that I was diagnosed with hypertension, something that I just do not claim these days. On top of that, because you know why I don't claim it? It's because my levels of my blood pressure tells me different of what I'm doing. Trick. That's why. How about it? But when you talk about a Lipro, idiot, you don't know nothing about the first thing of medical terminology. When you talk about Lipro, that's a protein in your bloodstream, goofy. And that's for anybody who could be at risk for any kind of heart disease, whether that be cardiovascular, coronary heart disease, any kind of arteries. That's showing you that you have that genetic lineup in your bloodstream that could possibly in the future be risk to you if you are somebody who do not take care of your health, goofy. Let me show y'all this here. I see sis in the building. Good morning. Happy Sunday, sis. This lady just tickles me because she's so stupid. It is a crime. It should be such a crime to be that idiotic. It should be such a crime to be that lack of knowledge or to have that lack of knowledge. It should be such a crime to be that dumb, okay? That you don't even know, as old as you are at 57, that you don't know that Lipro is not a diagnosis. It's a protein in your genetic makeup. And your genetic makeup as far as what they detect in your blood, goof troop. Okay? I can't believe she did that out loud, Lord Jesus. Okay. Come on with it. She's so super slow. It should be a crime. You are here with Midnight at Joanne's Gifting Hands. Is sis in here? Good morning, Midnight, and everyone on the live. Have a great Sunday. Okay, so sis, you remember when I told y'all I was diagnosed with hypertension, like, okay, y'all know y'all need to go find out. Y'all might have the lipoprotein in y'all just as well because it's in me, but it's in our genetic lineup. You got to understand that when you lose so many people from any type of a heart attack or any kind of form of heart disease, it does make you question whether this is a protein that you have in you. And even my children have to still know their genetic makeup. So when my children see a physician or my children see a doctor, I have to always inform them. When they ask you questions about what's in your family line, you do mention to them that you do have family members that have died of heart disease or heart attacks so that they can look into your genetic makeup and see what you have. Because just because I have the Lipro protein in me does not mean that all of my children have it, nor does that mean that my siblings may have it. But just to be sure, that is a part of our genetic makeup. Okay. How you doing, Miss Long? Good morning. Oh my God, Dr. Google is dangerous for people who have no clue of what they're talking about. It's unbelievable. Exactly. And who's shitting on themselves and pissing on themselves? That's you. I got some listen, lady, you dealing with rheumatoid arthritis in the hands and knees and the backside and all over. You dealing with some real life issues, okay? Um, you dealing with some extreme mental health issues. Um, and for you to be the baddest person on the internet of the Facebook scene, for a person to be dealing with rheumatoid arthritis, girl, you won't even be able to hit a punching bag with those bulged up knuckles of yours and your toes. I'm gonna show these people how your foot is doing the crip walk with and throwing up gang signs. I'm gonna show them how your foot doing those kind of actions. I'm gonna show you how your feet is doing throwing up gang signs, doing a crip walk, how you need a true pedicure, and how these colors don't work. Okay, you really don't have the first thing of knowing what Lipro is. You don't know what that is tested for. You don't even know. You think that's a diagnosis. It's not a diagnosis. It's a protein found in blood work. Okay. You have no idea. Good morning, Miss Donna. Will have a higher risk factor for those alignments. Exactly. That's all that's saying to you when you are found to have lipoprotein in your bloodstream. It's the same, simply that you may be at a higher risk factor for those kinds of diseases or complications if you are somebody who do not care for your own medical health. But it is definitely very much so important for anybody to know their genetic makeup, meaning that things that you deal with in your family bloodline, the medical issues or medical diagnosis that may be inevitable to people in your family that may have lost their lives due to fatal diagnosis, something that everybody's supposed to know. Okay? Definitely will, Miss Rose. How you doing, Miss Renee? Um, Miss Pamela. Exactly. That's why I had kids get tested like I have for anything that runs in our DNA on both sides. Exactly. That's called your genetic makeup. She's goofy, so she don't even know the first thing of that. Let me show y'all what Lipro actually shows you when you have this in your bloodstream. If you deal with this kind of a thing in your family, because it's definitely important for you to know, especially, and she deals with it as well, because you got high blood pressure over there. So you definitely have high risk to something about what's going on with yours if you're a person diagnosed with high blood pressure. What do you think high blood pressure or hypertension means? Okay. It's anything that could draw your blood pressure up to be sky high. Sometimes it drops low, but when your blood pressure is sky high, that means your heart have to overwork itself in a way where blood is pumping and flowing through your body. Okay. And anytime your heart have to work that hard, because when your blood pressure goes sky high, your heart have to overwork itself, which it also causes enlarged hearts. Okay. So when a person has an enlarged heart, that person may have dealt with hypertension, probably, possibly untreated. Okay. Because a heart does not supposed to work that hard, my dear. But see, I don't claim hypertension these days. You know why? It's because every time I go see my primary physician and they check my levels does not say to me hypertension at all. So I don't even really claim it these days. Okay. Just because of what I do different and what I see to be helping my blood pressure remain at a medium and remain at a steady level, it needs to remain by what I'm doing. So once I figured that out, that works for me. As I said to y'all yesterday, I have to school my primary physician on what these kind of things like CMOS and things like that does for me and my blood pressure. So you can't even see it. And then my cardiologist didn't have a worry for me neither. So didn't you hear me trick when I said that I don't have to see a cardiologist for 5 or more years unless I'm having a complication? My heart is damn sure pumping right. My levels definitely look right. I don't even consume blood pressure medications at all. I don't take those pills. Okay. So if you ask me, I'm definitely somebody who do not claim hypertension. I'm definitely somebody who has already been shown, and my levels constantly keep showing me that hypertension is something that does not want me neither. Okay, because Midnight does take care of her health. Midnight does care about what her genetic lineup and her DNA on both mother and father side look like. Okay, she a caveman and know nothing at all. Have no clue. Have no clue at all. Period. Let me get through some of y'all comments so I can put my slides up. I'm finna definitely show y'all some things. Are you mad because you are once again being exposed for being a liar? Are you mad about that because Midnight did that again for you? You know what I'm saying? I already made you look like a poor businesswoman, like I said. And I even know a little bit about that LLC of yours, how it's not really legit. Are you mad because you were exposed to be a crook as a businesswoman? Are you mad because you are exposed on here to be somebody who used to beg as well and a person that used to be in need? Are you mad because I brought that to the light to the people? Are you mad about that? Happy Sunday. Thank you for them hearts. Good morning, midnight at Joanne's Gifted Hands, and everyone have a blessed Sunday. At our 2024 family reunion, everybody was asked to list their illnesses on a card. Exactly. That's something everybody should want to know. I must say, I don't know what's going on in this morning. Oh, we just bringing some stuff to the light, sis. Because we got somebody on here thinking they know about my medical diagnosis. That's not a diagnosis. That's a protein, Goofy. That's something found in your bloodstream. It's a genetic test on top of that when they run it. They run in genetics. So when I told my cardiologist, Trick, that my mother had heart disease, my mother's father passed from heart disease, both of my aunties passed from heart disease, that I want to be ran for that protein, which he told me is Lipro. Let me see if that's in my bloodstream. Okay. And even if it is found in my bloodstream, it's still no real risk to me if I take care of myself, Goofy. Men, I definitely don't have no incontinence issues over this way, boo. I don't struggle with hygiene problems. You on the other hand, you look like you struggle with all the above. I don't struggle with hygiene problems, my dear. I'm not the one using clothes to wipe my twat either. Okay? Nasty, big nasty. Oh, midnight don't worry about those kind of issues, honey. We don't struggle with hygiene problems over this way. Okay? However, you overall look like you struggle in all the above areas. Stank coochie. That's because you're managing it well. Exactly. That's like what I told you. You already know what the sea moss does for uses when I let you get a couple jars. You know what it did for you. So see, I gotta consume that because I see what that do for my levels. You know what I'm saying? Let me keep that up right there so I know where I stopped at. But let's throw this up real quick. So this is what Lipro genetic tests look like. It's a test, you all. It's a genetic test that looks into your genetic DNA. So this can go all the way back to genetics of your great granny. You want to know what you are dealing with when it comes to genetics. That's going to always be something that Midnight always promote. That's going to be something that I always make people aware of because sometimes a lot of people don't know what genetic lineup they come from with certain diagnoses. So you have to ask people in your family, and especially if you see certain people dealing with the same illnesses over and over, there's a guaranteed chance that you might have some of those genetic lineups in you. And if you can find out what genetic lineups you possibly may have in you, you can definitely know how to move forward with caring for yourself in a manner so that you don't be a higher risk factor. It's not saying that that's going to happen to you either because it's found in your bloodstream. It's just saying that you are more at risk than someone else because it is in your bloodstream. That's what it's saying, which means that you have to take care of yourself to a certain capacity to not become that high risk factor. Okay. But it is always great to know that you have certain things in your genetic lineup. And it's also good for your children to know that as well. So when they are seeing any kind of physician or a doctor, that they also can speak to that physician about their genetic lineup and know what kind of things run in their family, whether that be your mother or father's side of the family. So when you are talking about Lipro, that's something that they run by taking your blood, okay? And it is catered more to heart disease. As I said before, heart disease runs really deep in my mother and both father side of the family. And so, yes, when it comes to heart disease, I definitely want to know any kind of proteins or genetic lineups that I may have as a risk factor to me so that I know in my future what I need to do to keep my heart strong, pumping the way it needs to, and keep my blood pressure at a minimum of where it needs to be, where my heart is not overworking, trying to pump blood through my body. Okay. That's exactly what that means. Now let's go back to the comment where I left. Okay. We're going to get to some more slides. Just hold on. I hope y'all got a little minute this Sunday morning. I hope you got a little minute. Bring it to the light. Okay. How you doing, Miss Katina? Thank y'all for the shares. Sis says you. CMOS, Angela Middleton. Do you know what CMOS does too? It's a good supplement, you all. CMOS is actually great for you. Sis, have a wonderful day. Same to you, sis. Sis says, have a wonderful day and have a wonderful Sunday. We should all know our family history as well as screening for those important number values of our own. Exactly. Okay. Yes, I just took that test awaiting for the results. Okay. So you just took the test as far as they take for Lipro. She said, no, I need some. Haven't heard of CMOS. Okay. Well, one of these lives I'm going to bring forth, not per se this one, because I want to direct this kryptonite looking lady, this lady, Crypto. She's got to be directed. But however, I will be bringing the perks of what CMOS actually does for several different illnesses, several different diagnoses. Lipro has nothing to do with allergies, too. That's something else that she said. It has nothing to do with the allergy, okay? Having Lipro in your bloodstream has nothing, and I do mean absolutely nothing, to do with anybody who's diagnosed with allergies or seasonal allergies of any sort. It has absolutely nothing to do with it, okay? I have what you call seasonal allergies, which means it doesn't matter the season. It could be in the warm seasons or cold. I just get flare ups with allergies because I'm so sensitive to certain things in the outdoors, like dust, pollutants, and such things of those natures that triggers allergies. It has nothing to do with somebody having Lipro in their bloodstream. Let's get that out the way. Okay. Y'all see that receipt right there? That's a genetic test. You see also, let me take this comment away real quick. You also see some of the potential risks when it comes to heart disease that a person who tests with Lipro in their bloodstream may be at risk for, like a coronary artery disease, heart attacks, arterial diseases, anything cardiovascular disease, whatever pertains to your heart. That's what Lipro does. Okay. I had to dress up your Mitchell tire on her. I had to dress up your Melissa attire on her butt. Okay. Hmm. Listen, let's go to the next one here. While we at it, while we are at it, I'm gonna remember that's where I stopped at. Okay. While we at it, let's say, are you mad because you got busted on my YouTube screen and I had to get you up out of here? You or one of your partners, Mr. Danny D or Mrs. Danny D, whoever was working behind Mr. or Mrs. Danny D. Y'all talk about somebody mad, boo boo kitty. I think you are pressed, honey. I had to get Miss Danny D or Mr. Danny D out of here. Y'all see what that yellow highlight is, where it says that person has been blocked and banned? That's over on the YouTube. That same person. And then here we got Miss Amelia Yvonne. Okay. We got Miss Amelia Yvonne. You both had Miss Amelia and Mr. Danny D all the way in my dango YouTube. But both of them been blocked and banned, honey. Blocked, clocked, and banned. So you cannot even comment. Okay. For the record. All right. Let's touch base on her little post up right here. So you say, why are you so obsessed, honey? Pee Wee Herman suit not ready, and grab your sweatsuit and booty pads. You sound so obsessed, boo boo kitty. Little piggy, you okay? You okay? She said it ain't no special place. You sound mad. I know I hurt your soul. Now your mom is waiting in 19 pickup time at 4 a.m. Sunday morning. Now, before my mom go to aisle 19 and suck up anybody, your mama been there several times over. Okay, 20 times over. I think your mom needs to meet. your dad, because you look like you come from a family that enjoy that incest shit. So I think your mom need to meet your dad at aisle 19 and meet your grandpa there too before any of my mother or any family members will be in aisle 19. Your mother needs to be there first, honey, and make sure she swallow it all like you do, because that's where you learn how to swallow so well. So before my mother could ever be in aisle 19 broad, make sure your mom go there first and slop up your daddy and your grandpapa and everybody else's grandpapa, and make sure you got the paper towels for her, honey, so she can swallow. Okay. Make sure she swallow all of it, because you know you good for swallowing too. So that's where you learned it from. It's learned behavior. So before my mom is ever in aisle 19, I need for your mom to get to aisle 19 first so she can slop up your dad, your grandpapa, and his grandpapa, his dad. Make sure you got all the paper towels there for your mom, because her mouth gonna be drooped out with all of the cum and sperm coming out of her mouth. She needs to be my mother there. My mother won't be there, boo. And then you can go to aisle 19 too and make it suck it to the top to make it pop, because that's what you like to do on here. That's what you say. So you can be right behind your own mother in aisle 19, because this is what I'm gonna need you to do before you tell somebody else to go to aisle 19. I'm gonna need you to go right behind your mama, the one who taught you how to suck it to the top to make it pop. Both of y'all get grandpapa and daddies together, and y'all can do that together. That's y'all thing. You know what I'm saying? My mom won't be in aisle 19, just so you know. That's y'all thing. That's what y'all like to do. So before you see anybody else's mama in aisle 19, aisle 13, or what aisle it is, okay? Your mom been in all of them first, and she sucked up all grandpapas and daddies there. And you gonna need to follow mama, because you already done follow mama footsteps anyway. So you make sure you got enough paper towels for you in mama's mouth, okay? Because y'all sucking them to the top to make it pop, all right? That's what y'all doing. Y'all sucking it to the top to make it pop, boo. That's what you and your mom doing. Y'all gonna suck it to the top to make it pop, okay? I think I went down these comments right here. How you doing, sis? Deidre, fake boss living in color. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna need you. Exactly. Hepatitis C is the worst, okay? The worst. All right. She needs to be worried about that kind of stuff. The stuff that's really not treatable. But you love to tell people to go to aisle 19 or aisle 13. I'm gonna need you to take your mama over there to aisle 19 or aisle 13. And I'm gonna need you to follow right behind my mama, because you and her finna tag team daddy, grandpapa. Y'all finna suck so many penises to the top to make it pop. Okay? That's y'all behavior. And that's where you learned that behavior. Okay? So before you will see my mom in aisle 19 or 13 trick, I'm gonna need you to take your mama there. Raise her from the good dead then and bring her on with that wheelchair, boo. You follow right up behind her ass, and y'all both finna go to work. That's going to work. Go to work on all them penises. Make it pop to the top. Make that stuff pop to the top. Them your words. This is what you like doing. So that's learned behavior, boo. That's what I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you that. Okay. Don't worry about my husband, and ain't no booty pads on me. You might wear booty pads because you don't have no butts or no ass. You don't have no ass, okay? You got bellies with an S, and you got long titties, but you don't have no ass, okay? You have bellies with an S and long titties, but you don't have no ass. Know that. How old this broad again? Motherfucker still be talking about deceased family members at her ripe old age. She's a 57-year-old crackhead though, sis. You know crackheads' heads is all fucked up in the mind. They don't know no better. But see, this is what I'm gonna do for her. I'm gonna tell her to go get her deceased mother and take her to roll her up to aisle 13 or 19, bitch. You wobble right behind her. Cause y'all finna suck it to the top to make it pop. Y'all finna tag team grandpapas and all them daddies. All right. Y'all finna go to work. So go take mom over there to aisle 13 or aisle 7, aisle 9. whatever aisle you need to be in to make you comfortable, honey. And make sure you got enough paper towels by the mouth for you and my mama. That's what I'm gonna tell you. What's going on, bro? Happy Sunday. What's going on, bro? How you doing, Miss Lauren? Yes. That's what you can do for me, boo. Go get you and your mammy. You and her roll up to aisle, whatever number you need to be in. Go in all of them motherfuckers. Go from one aisle to the next and find every man in them motherfuckers and make it pop to the top. Okay? Suck it to the top to make it pop. Because that's what you learned that behavior from your mammy. That's your mammy. Learn behavior. So since you learn behavior from your mammy, you and her crazy ass gonna be in all the aisles, sucking it to the top to make it pop on any man you may see. How about that? And anytime you think you're gonna be telling somebody to go to aisle 13, I'm just gonna tell you where to go, you and your mammy. How about that? Because you don't know how to keep your mouth off somebody else. Deceased loved ones. I'm only returning the favor to you, boo. That's it. I'm only returning that favor to you. Straight up. So before you see my mother in aisle 19, bitch, or aisle 9, or aisle 7, your mama gonna beat me mine's to your mom's gonna beat mine's there. Mine's not gonna be there, honey. You roll yours up there and you run right behind her. Both of y'all do that work together. Cause you look like that type. You look like that type to do that work with your mama. That's where you learned it from, right? So you and your mama go to work. Suck it to the top to make it pop. Point blank. Okay. I'm so sick of that woman shaking my head. Okay. This lady is pop. She needs to hush her fuss for real, for real. Okay, sis. But when people like that, you gotta come. Sometimes you gotta stoop to their level. And I'm definitely willing to stoop with her because I don't have a likings for her, so I'm willing to stoop with her. So honey, again, before my mom would be found in aisle 19 or any aisle of whichever number you place on that shit, your mom gonna be there first. You and her, y'all gonna be doing the dirt that y'all need to do together on all them grandpapas and them daddies over there. Do you even know who the children of your, you know, the daddies of your children is? Oops, you might not because you a hoe. So, uh, you can't even be compared to a motherfucker like my mother. My mother is a queen, boo. Boo. All of us from by one man. Okay, one man. I don't know if you can even say that you actually know your children's fathers, the names of them. Okay, because you such a whore. You've been such a whore in your life, so you may not know who belongs to whom. Okay, but you're gonna have to take mama over there. You and mama go handle that business over there in all the aisles of that grocery store, that gas station, that rest stop. I mean, go handle all them men. They stop right there looking for tricks like you and your mammy to suck it to the top to make them pop so they can get that adrenaline rush to get back on the road. You see what I'm saying? They waiting on people like you and your mammy at the rest stop so they can get that drilling and going again, okay? So you just do what you do best, which is suck it to the top to make it pop. How about that? Good morning, Miss Sharon Jones. Right, oops. Can you even say you knew? You know who your children's fathers maybe? Broad. Look at this right here, because this is what she really mad for, you all. If you guys missed my live yesterday, I need you to go on Facebook on my last live before this one. Go listen to it so you can hear Walgreens workers of two different locations and states tell you that there is no such thing as a special Walgreens, you all. Let's get that understood. There's no such thing as a special Walgreens location. However, specialty pharmacies are not Walgreens locations, special locations. Let's get that understand. When y'all hear the word specialty pharmacies, those are any kind of pharmaceutical organizations that deals with like manufacturer companies. So it's not so much a specialty Walgreens because all pharmacies have a specialty pharmacy, which means all pharmacies deal with a manufacturer company. Okay. So when you hear the word specialty pharmacy, it's not saying that it's Walgreens specialty pharmacies exist, because that was also told to me on the phone. But that's just in general. That's a generalized word as to saying that any kind of specialty pharmacy is a manufacturer. That's what that's saying. Okay. So when you hear pharmacy saying that, oh, you may have to go through a specialty pharmacy, they're saying you have to go through a special kind of manufacturer company. That's what they're saying. So specialty pharmacy Walgreens locations does not exist. However, specialty pharmacies do, because those are classified as manufacturer companies who distribute medications, complex medications, medications that may be very rare, medications that may have limited access. Those are coming from your drug manufacturer companies, which they call those specialty pharmacies. So when you hear somebody say that there's a Walgreens specialty Walgreens location, that's not true. However, there are pharmacies that they call specialty pharmacies that deal with those kind of medications. That's exactly what that means. So when you see the word specialty pharmacies, just know damn well that there's no such thing as a Walgreens specific specialty pharmacy. However, specialty pharmacies exist because they are also known as manufacturer companies. Let's not get that misunderstood. So that you all follow me, because that's what you're going to find out on my live, talking to two different locations of a Walgreens. That's exactly the information you found out on my live when I made the calls. So when you hear specialty pharmacies, those are only other words for manufacturer companies. That's what that means. Meaning that these are people that pharmacies have to go through. If they don't have a medication, they may have to go through a manufacturer to get it. Also, pay attention to that lady in Illinois when she said this, that if you ever so have to go through a manufacturer company, they do not ask patients to pick up from specialty pharmacy locations. Specialty pharmacy locations will directly send a patient medications from that organization to that patient's direct front door, or they will send them to that person's pharmacy of choice, okay, once that medication becomes available. That's what specialty pharmacies are, nothing other than manufacturer companies, as I told y'all before. However, I'm just humoring a lot of y'all because I already knew this information. I've dealt with it. I work with people in the medical background, medical field. I've worked in this field long enough to know that. So when you hear specialty pharmacies, that's nothing different than somebody saying you're a manufacturer company, because all pharmacies deal with a specialty pharmaceutical organization. Okay. They all do. Because if they don't hold a medication or carry that medication, then you have to go directly through your manufacturer. But do know this, that manufacturers do not ask patients to come and pick up from manufacturer companies or locations, which will be your specialty pharmacy. Okay. You do not ever go pick up there. They always, and that lady said that for herself, they always ship to you, or they can ship back to the pharmacy of your choice for you to redeem your medicine there. Okay. But if you really want to know the truth from two different organizations, you go listen to my live, because there's no such thing as a Walgreens specialty location. There's such things as specialty pharmacies. Difference. And specialty pharmacies are none other than manufacturer companies. Okay. Exactly. Good morning, everyone. Have a blessed Sunday. Same to you. Exactly. Boom and fireworks of all sorts. Good morning, midnight, and everyone on the live. Happy Sunday. How you doing, Miss Ray Sean? I had medication shipped to me before, so I know you are telling the truth. Exactly. It comes from your manufacturer company. It would never come from. So when Walgreens does not have a specific location for a specialty, no. They're telling you all right there that it's a specialty pharmacy. And if you are looking at what I just put up on my screen, you know that specialty pharmacies are none other than manufacturer companies. Okay. Again, I already know for a known fact that you would never be asked to go to a manufacturer to pick up any medications. Those manufacturers would ship that medication directly to a patient, or they would ship it back to your pharmacy of choice if you would like them to send it back there for you to redeem it there. That's something that they do. However, they would never ask for a patient to come out and pick up from a specialty pharmacy because that's a manufacturer company. They don't allow patients to come there. That's where medication is being produced. That's where medications is being made. That's where medications are being dished out, okay? From one place to either a doctor's office, a hospital, another pharmacy, okay, a patient's home directly. Those things happen like that, okay? Exactly. Okay, so some of you already understand, okay? But let me remove the comment so you can see, okay? Look at that whole passage and read that, people. She won't even be able to read half of those words in there because that lady is very illiterate. Um, but read. That's basically saying what I just said, okay? You see, drug manufacturers are also chosen by special pharmacies. They are all special pharmacies, okay? These are places that distribute such rare medications. These are places that distribute medications that are complex, that are hard to access. Maybe cost is it, insurance reasons is it. You know what I'm saying? That's where you hear specialty pharmacies coming into play. But other than that, any pharmacy or any organization that operates like a pharmacy can fill and handle any other type of script. Do know that as well, okay? Sounds like you touched on a lie detector nerve, okay? And I did. I always expose her. I think she's real big mad about that. Okay? How you doing, Miss Leah? Thank you for those emojis. I never got past the stage for liver disease medication. Once she told that lie, everything else was unbelievable. Exactly. And then you also got to know how, like Miss Ray Sean said, you also got to know how certain diagnosis works. Because when certain things are to the extreme of being severely damaged, doctors also have y'all. I know y'all heard doctors tell people this. There's nothing else we can do for this situation. Why do you think doctors tell people who have certain diagnoses there's nothing else that we can do? Why do you think people go on hospice care? After so much of what them professionals have tried to do to salvage your diagnosis, when it's long term, it's really not too much that they can do. After a certain while, our bodies start to reject things, okay, that we're autoimmune to. All right. This is why sometimes in instances you hear professionals say, well, there's nothing more we can do. We can, however, set you up for a hospice care to keep you comfortable because there's nothing else that medication can even do to save your life. Okay. There's nothing more that medications can do at this point to save or salvage your life because your diagnosis has spread it to a capacity to where it's going to deteriorate your body. Okay. And so there's nothing more but a person to go on hospice and be comfortable at the end of his or her life. Okay. That's what that means. Have y'all ever heard a doctor say to somebody, I'm so sorry, it's nothing else that we can do? I'm so sorry, we have exhausted every option. We have exhausted every possibility. There's nothing much we can do. You've heard them tell people that. I've heard people be told that, and they have told me this because they feel comfortable with talking to me when I was working in a hospital. That's what they would consider bad news. So these people, they do anything to make you comfortable from that day on. If it's nothing that they can do to help you medically. Do you understand me? Miss Don says good morning. Miss Rayjean. Miss Rayjean says, yeah. That's why people go on hospice care. Why y'all think hospice exists? Because most times when people go on hospice, a lot of times people stop all medications when they are on hospice. If you are truly at the end of your life, I've seen it where people medications have stopped. The only thing they give them is morphine. And the only reason why they give them morphine is to keep them comfortable. That's it. Because, you know, when you actively dying or expiring, your body does go through changes and it's painful. So they keep you comfortable with one drug. and they call that morphine. That's it. If they put you on hospice and stopped all your meds. Now, however, some people go on hospice, but they still are on their meds, and some people have went on hospice and overturned and came off hospice. That's also happened before, where a person have went on hospice care. Okay, they went into hospice care thinking that things may turn for the worse, but this patient actually did a 360 to where they were well enough to come off hospice. That sometimes happens. Palliative care, yep. So you know, good morning, she says. Remember, she don't know any of her kids by Ty dude in prison and her oldest dad. Ooh wee. Mm-mm. Everybody speaking. Yes, I've heard of that. And there's also palliative care. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yep, she says she's seen that happen too. So it's like it's sometimes can be for people when they go into hospice care, they get that end of life sentence and it does be actively the end of their life. You know what I'm saying? They keep them comfortable. Those people don't eat no more. They stop eating. They stop consuming food or fluid of any sort. They don't take any medications except morphine, and that's injected. Okay, that's injected through them. So they're not manually taking meds, okay? Because morphine is injected, okay? Or it's in liquid form where, you know, it could be dissolvable on the tongue or whatever, or it's injected. But then you got some people that go on hospice care and make a 360 and come up off that. I done seen that before too. So just know that when you hear people talk about a specialty pharmacy, that there's no special such thing like Walgreens don't have their own specialty pharmacies. Specialty pharmacies are called specialty pharmacies, also known as manufacturer companies. Okay. So that's what a specialty pharmacy is. Nothing other than a manufacturer company. That's it. They definitely not they definitely not on Facebook starting mass. Okay. She don't even know what she's talking about. I have a witness patient transition to eternity from stage 4 liver disease, and it broke my heart, left me feeling helpless. Their pain was beyond morphine. And yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that last word, but I seen that. Yeah. Yeah, Miss Brenda. So you already know that most times when you are at the end of the stage of something long term, it is possible that the medical professionals can't quite do anything for you. So that was another lie, because stage 4 is considered end of the liver stage. For those of you who don't know, stage 4 cancer of any sort is really bad. Okay. Stage 4 liver disease is really bad. Okay. Praying for everyone get better. Well, we not sick over here, but praying for the ones that are sick. Okay. That's what we doing. So I appreciate you saying that. Um, let's go into this. This lady so big jelly. I just want to humor y'all with some of the things that she actually consuming here. See, this is what she needs to worry about. She needs to stop consuming old food. Look at the packaging of that or her vegetables in that sink. She overcooks meat to the gods. Okay. I'm talking about just really suffocate all the juices out of any of her meat, starves the juices out of any meat. Okay. Do you hear me? When I say she literally starves the juices out of any meat, she literally starves that meat from any moisture or juice. But look at them old ass vegetables that she's eating on. That lady loved to consume old food. Look at that. Look at that. What is that? Broccoli. And look at them potatoes, how old them potatoes looked. Like she loved to consume old food. Okay. This could be some of the reason why she go through what she go through. Why you worried about me? I don't consume old food, sweetheart. I don't eat old food. None of that. Okay. Good morning. She will not be that high functioning physically with stage 4 liver cancer. Okay. And you already know that. Look at that food though. Y'all see this? Let me remove the comment real quick. Y'all see them old vegetables? Them old broccolis? That salmon probably been left out for 2 days. Like she leave her meat out to unthaw for days and still cook it. Nasty wench. This why she dealing with so many different things going on in her body. That she thinks she know the first thing about what's going on with somebody else. No, honey, I take care of me medically. Okay? I take care of my levels, okay? Without the use of using pharmaceuticals. That's what works for me. Now you need to find out what works for you, but I'm gonna tell you first, stop eating that old ass food, okay? Stop consuming that old ass garbage that you're consuming. Them old ass vegetables, that meat that you leave out to thaw out for days and you still cook it and it's fish on top of that and you're still eating it. You doing something serious to your own body at this point. Look at them vegetables. Look how old they look. Thank you for the emojis. It's so embarrassing to our own people. Don't understand any type of di- don't understand of this type of education that should be known. She's so sad. I work in the pharmaceutical. She needs to go learn. Exactly, because she really don't know shit. She is not investing her money on a healthy, fresh diet. So what she is doing with the bag she says she has. Okay, so what is she doing with the bag she says she has? Right. She's not making sense. A sick person isn't going to eat that. Exactly. Old food. Are you kidding me? Old food and fruit and veggies. Look at her fruit. Those apples look about as rotten as they can be, and then you put that caramel drizzle on top. Those apples look damn near browned and tarnished, and then you got that nasty thin caramel apple drizzle or caramel drizzle on top of them old looking ass green apples. Those are what you're supposed to be, green apples. However, those apples look about damn near brown, okay? And you still eating shit like that. Okay, those cherries look like they can be about old too, cause she like old fruit and veggies, honey. She think that's what's great for her, but what's good for you, that's you. But I'm gonna tell you this: that shit look old, and that's the kind of shit you consuming. That shit look about rotten, and that's the kind of stuff that you consuming. Though, look at how rotten those green apples. Now, mind you, you see the peeling; it's supposed to be green, right? Is that a pear or a green apple? Whatever it is, it's rotten as fuck. Okay. And look at that nasty caramel drizzle she got on top of that. That don't even look good. This the kind of stuff she eat though. She eats stuff like this. So yeah, where's your bag going? Cause we the people want to know since you got it like that. We want to know because we know you're a good liar. I've already proved that to the people. We already see that you are a good liar. So where is the bag? Because you definitely ain't spending it on no nails and patties. And I'm finna show the people why I know you're not doing that. And we finna also let them see your cuticles, honey, how trash they look, how horrible your cuticles on your foot and your hands look. Okay. I'm about to show the people that as well. So where's your bag going? Good question. Where's the bag really going? What's really consuming the bag? Okay. Because your food look like you getting that out of a food pantry, like they handed you old ass food and you're eating it. Okay. Unless you just one of those goof troops that go to the grocery store and say, oh, I'm gonna pick out the one that looks the most ripe and the most softest. I'm gonna buy that kind of vegetable. Oh, I'm gonna buy that kind of fruit. The one that looks like it's the most oldest. I like that kind. Do you have any old rotten shit in the back? Do you have any old rotten fruit in the back? Do you have any old spoiled meat in the back? Looking ass. Like what you do? What's consuming the bag? Huh? What's really consuming the bag at this point? Because we all know it ain't fat. You definitely not eating like no queen, as you say. You definitely not eating like a queen or a boss chick. You definitely not eating like no boss chick. So what's consuming the bag? Because I eat like a boss chick. When I cook my meals at home, my food, I'm not cooking old food, boo. I don't starve my meat of all the juices and moistures that it's supposed to have. Okay. You are so right. Don't that look old? Look at them apples or that pear, whatever it's supposed to be. That shit look old. It's brown. It's damn near turned brown. That's why you have to. It would really look old, old if you didn't have that drizzle on top. That caramel drizzle even look very nasty. Okay, it's not dark enough like caramel's supposed to be. You know what I mean? That even look nasty on top of that. That look like snot. That look like slob on there. That look like slime. Okay. It look like your caramel even oh, my dear. Because your caramel has lost its texture, my dear. All right. So that little bit of drizzle that you put on top of them old ass apples or a pear of yours, it looks like that caramel was just as old as the motherfucking apples were. Okay. It looks like it was just that old. Look at it. Let me take y'all to the next slide though. Look how your toe is throwing up gang signs right there though. And those colors do not go together, boo boo. You need a pedicure. Now you need to let the Asian persuasions mess with your foot if you can't properly take care of your foot. It look like your toes are throwing up gang signs and doing the crip walk all over the place. That's your bad arthritis you dealing with, okay? See, that's what your hands look like too. You see how bulgy your joints look? You see how bulgy your joints look in your toes and how they throwing up gang signs and doing crip walk dances all over the place. And then look at the color choice you chose to go. You did that shit. That's some shit out the house, boo. You need to go let them Asian persuasions actually bless you with their hands one time. Because you don't know how to take care of your own feet. Look at your cuticles. And by the way, those colors do not go together at all. The color scheme you got on that crap, that messed up foot of yours, that don't even belong in the same group together. But people, take a look at her feet doing the crip walk, how it's throwing up gang gang signs on gang gang, gang gang, gang, gang gang, gang gang. It's throwing up them gang signs on it. And then look at the color. Look at her color coordination that she chose to put on her foot. Baby, look at the color coordination of what she chose to put on her feet. It don't work like that, boo. Your feet ugly as hell. Them colors don't work on you. Sad. Yes, it is. And thank y'all for them avatars. Where's the lotion or the cream for the feet? Okay. Where is that? Where the lotion or the cream for the feet? Okay. She needs some oil at this point. I don't even think lotion to do. She need olive oil on her feet, because olive oil is good for your skin. She can't even use stuff like lotion. I wouldn't even put that on no feet like that look like that. She needs some olive oil on that dry shit. Yeah, crip walking. It's crip walking. Her feet crip walking and throwing up all kind of gang gang, gang gang, gang, gang gang, gang gang. It's throwing up all that, okay? Baby, let them Asian persuasions bless you with the touch of their hands. One time for the one time. Ooh, wee. Baby. Not them cuticles right there though. Look at her cuticles on her hand. She said, which Asian persuasions did your nails like that? Cause that ain't out the shop, boo. You must have did that shit on your own. But even when you doing them on your own, you can't even do them right. Look at your hands, how messed up your cuticles look. Big nasty. Look at your cuticles. Look at her thumb and all of the white stuff around her cuticles. She did that herself trying to say them Asian persuasions when I never left you looking like that. They won't let you walk up. That's them press on nails that you got in your house. Okay. Let's be real and let's be 100. That's them press on nails you love to wear. You put all that glue around your cuticles and you thought you was doing something with your nails when you ain't really doing anything. Your cuticles look horrible. Okay. Those nails are ugly as shit. Okay. They definitely not popping. But look at your hands. The bulginess of the joints on your hands, even. You got bigger fish to fry. For real. Thank y'all for them avatars. She ain't. Sure ain't. Those nails look horrible. And them press ons. That's a bad home job. Okay. Them press on nails. Them press ons. And look how much glue she got around her cuticle area. You didn't even have no oil at the crib. You know, the Asian persuasions don't let your cuticles look like that. They put oil and everything on your hands when they get done with you. You done did that out the house, boo. A rush job. And it's a poor job at that. Those nails are about ugly. Very ugly. Again, those colors don't go together. None of those colors are coordinated well together. None of them. Okay? It's a poor job that you did. Okay? A very poor one. It's a poor job. Just so you know. Your cuticles thrashed out. Okay? So, honey, let's make this a known fact. Damn, LOL. Some press ons are cute though. She didn't understand the assignment. Exactly. She definitely did not, sis. Cause yep, I definitely already seen some very cute ones. And I seen the person that was wearing them. I seen how she did hers. She definitely did not understand the assignment, boo. Sis, not at all. Cause it's definitely some beautiful press on nails. And if anybody know how to actually wear them and do their nails with them, which I have seen it done. But she definitely failed the assignment. Most definitely. Had to put my charger on my phone. She definitely did not understand that assignment, sis. And that's for real. Those are ugly. Your cuticles still look horribly fucked up and bad. Your hands and feet were rusty, crusty, dusty. You should be ashamed of yourself, okay? Your hands and your feet look busted, disgusted, just like that face can't be trusted, okay? All of the above, your whole body, okay? Remember, you Peter Griffin, sister, okay? Y'all from another mother, okay? Remember, you and Peter Griffin, sisters and brothers from another mother, okay? That's how you build. You know, your hair thin as fuck like Peter Griffin, your hands big like him, your body built like a linebacker. Y'all both got them linebackers, built bodies, you know, like another Peter Griffin. Y'all hairdos thin as a bitch, Peter Griffin. You built like a motherfucking PG. Peter Griffin. That's what you built like. Y'all come from another mother. You got them big ass hands like Griffin got, them big ass motherfucking Flintstone feet that crip walk and do all the gang gang signs on them. Your hair thin as hell. You know how Peter Griffin got that whack ass fucked up slick back hairdo? Your hair just as thin as his, bro. Your hair just as thin as his. All you gotta do is just slick that shit with some water and slick it to the front like PG do. You know what I'm saying? You Peter Griffin all day. That's how you build. So you really mad at anybody who built otherwise or got some kind of build to them. You mad at anybody who looks some kind of way because you built like a linebacker and like PG, Peter Griffin. Let me see if I got a picture in the lineup that I can throw up in here real quick. Cause I did show her this before. Hold on, y'all. Let me just really look. I gotta look. Mm-hmm. Let me see. That's if I didn't get rid of it. Which I may have. Yep, I think I did. I'm gonna have to look it back up, y'all. I can't find it, but she looked just like a Peter Griffin, though. Okay, Peter Griffin. Peter Griffin, like with Louis belly. You got a Peter Griffin belly, bitch. You got that life with Louis gut. Okay, you mad at any woman that look better than you in the body shape, in the face, You mad at anybody doing better than you? You mad at anybody that got more knowledge than you? Ain't my fault that you stupid. Ain't my fault your brain cells is dead. You should have said no to drugs. You should have said no to drugs. Remember that? You should have said no to drugs. Okay? Because it ain't my fault that your brain cells do not exist no longer, boo boo. It ain't my fault that they are extinct. It's not my fault that they are dead. It's not my fault that you cannot comprehend. Now, that's not my fault because you should have said no to drugs, boo boo. How about that? Yes, Peter Griffin, sis. You know what Peter Griffin built like. You know that whack ass haircut of his too that he got? That whack cut, that whack slick back cut he wear, that slick back. That's what I call that slick back. It's bare on the sides and that shit slick to the front there. Mm-hmm. Hello, midnight. Have a blessed and great Sunday. Same to you. Yeah, I already took her back to there on one of my YouTubes. Told her she should have said no to drugs. McGruff, the crime dog, told you that. McGruff, the crime dog, even told you you're supposed to say no to drugs. So I can't help. I don't be mad at nobody else because your comprehension level can't be redeemed or can't be rebuilt, honey. Because the moment somebody telling you something, it's going in and out your ear. You can't even remember. That's how messed up your brain don't even function like most people brains function. You know how the brain is supposed to be like a memory storage for most people. Like when your brain tell you to remember something, it storages it in your head so that when you think of what you need to think of or remember, you can remember it. Not with a person who has a brain like hers who went through so much drugs. Her brain, what it does is she may retain information, she may be given or receive information, but she can't keep it stored in her head because her brain cells won't keep a storage block for her. Her head and her brain is so far gone. Her brain cells are so dead that she can't even remember the first thing that somebody tell her important. Okay, it's not stored in her head. How about that? That's how it works with an addict, okay? That has no brain cells. So this is the live. I came back because I think I heard a broke ish said something. I think a broke ish said something about midnight. I thought a broke ish said something about midnight light protein. I thought a broke ish said something. So I gotta come back and let you know. You not telling people nothing that I have not already told them, but you don't even know what it's is for. You don't even know the first thing of how to explain that. That's a genetic test. Goof troop. It's a genetic test that's found through your blood to figure out what's in your bloodline, which makes it a genetic test. Goofy. No long-term memory. Definitely don't got no long-term memory. She ain't got no memory of any capacity in her head. Hey, hey, Auntie Juju, happy Sunday. She says, "Hey, Niecy, happy Sunday. Midnight at Joanne's Gifting Hands and everyone on the live. How you doing, Auntie? Them facts. Yes, all facts. Thank you for the share. It's all facts. That's just because I care about what's in my genetic lineup medically. Okay? Being that most definitely, who wouldn't? Being that you seen that I've already heard the stories about my mother's father. My mother's father lost his life at 24 years old from a heart attack. And don't you know all of the sisters that passed away from heart attacks? They all come from the same man. So they had that genetic lineup as well. Okay. However, I like to be proactive about what my genetic makeup look like on my mom and dad side of the family. Those are very important facts, people. It's important to know what line you come from genetically, what's medically in your family, especially if you got children. You got to pass this down to your children. You got to know what's in your bloodline. You got to know what potential risk you may be dealing with or what you may be faced with in your years if you are not taking care of yourself or if you even are still taking care of yourself. That's what that means. Okay. So she can't definitely tell my storyline because I done already told my audience about that. This is why I promote and this is why I preach and promote awareness when it comes to knowing your genetic lineup. Okay. Knowing where you come from, what kind of medical background you come from. Okay. That's what I promote. You are always on point on refuting her lies. Okay. Miss Juju said, hey, family. Miss Juju says, hello now. Okay. You got to know. Yes, that's very important. So for anybody who feel like not knowing your genetic makeup is not important to you, that would be y'all. But y'all may want to find out sooner than later. Okay. Because some people, I wish I had even found out about my hypertension a little bit sooner. Okay. But I had the mindset like this. Let me tell y'all that most people do. And it's not abnormal for people to. I had the mindset like this at one point. I didn't want to go to them people to find out what was going on with me, seeing what's going on with all my family members and seeing my family members dropping like that of heart disease. I didn't want them telling me nothing bad. However, they didn't tell me anything bad. He just told me that I have blood pressure issues. And I experienced that in my pregnancies. You know what I'm saying? That's where I think it really came from. Okay. I was like a borderline. They were watching my high blood pressure or my blood pressure when I was pregnant. Um, because I dealt with preeclampsia, which she may not even know the medical term of what preeclampsia means. So I dealt with preeclampsia in my pregnancy, which means a high sodium count, okay? Has to do with your blood pressure. And I think when I was carrying my kids, it just never went anywhere. But once I found that thing that works for me, I found something that I don't even have to use them pills that they write in a script for. Like when they write them scripts, y'all, that shit just sit here, man. I dispose of that medicine. I don't take it. Like I take CMOS. I don't take that. You know what I'm saying? The diuretic maybe once a month, as I told y'all yesterday, because it's only two of them. You know, they had me on for blood pressure. They had me on a capsule and they got me on a diuretic. The diuretics, however, I still have so many of them, but I may take that every once a month because sometimes you want to just make sure your body is able to flush all that excess fluid off you. Okay. Can you please break down schizophrenic and how it's genetic? Oh, yeah. Matter of fact, y'all, that's, well, you know what, Miss Juju? I'm going to do that. I'm gonna do that. That's gonna be I do that in a whole nother live. The same kind of live that I'm gonna bring where somebody asked me a question that almost similar to that too about CMOS. That's what they did. They asked me about CMOS. So in my next one, I'm gonna actually have some slides on that. Yeah. Because schizophrenic is, yeah, that's also some kind of a diagnosis that's genetic. That can be very much so genetic. Okay. When you talk about mental health, those are also genetic lineups that people deal with in their family line. Okay. Definitely. Not just medical. I'm talking about mental health as well. Mental health as well. Any mental health diagnosis could be something that your family dealt with or deals with. Your children may be dealing with, which means that you have a possibility of dealing with the same things as well. I'm definitely gonna come with that one though, Auntie Juju. Definitely. Yes, some mental illness has genetic predispositions, and people environments can manifest those mental health conditions laying in their genome. Exactly. Anything really could be genetic. Anything. So that goes with mental health, anything that affects a person, okay? Mentally or genetically. All of those things are genetics. Okay. When you hear people say, yeah, my mom or my dad deals with hearing voices, or my mom or my dad dealt with bipolar, my mom or my dad dealt with personality disorders, my mom or my dad deal with schizophrenia, my mom or my dad deal with major depression, my mom or my dad deal with generalized anxiety disorder. My mom or my dad deal with PTSD. All of those are mental health diagnoses that can be genetics. It can be genetically proven in your DNA and your medical DNA and your medical background. Because those are things that one deal with that can be passed down to another if the genetic lineup is in your bloodstream. And people just don't understand. That's why I said some people don't understand what they go through or why they have those kind of diagnoses given to them. You ain't even did your own research on what you come from, what kind of background you come from. You ain't even did your own research of knowing what kind of background you from. This is why that's as important for me. I gotta know what it is that my family and my genetic makeup deal with. And every time that I talk to any kind of physician, I definitely mention it because it's important. It ain't just because you're not dealing with it right now, don't mean that you can't possibly be a risk factor to it. And it's also a way for them to actually test and see if you have these kind of backgrounds genetically in your bloodline. They can run certain kind of tests to find that out. Like that's what it's for. Glad to hear you're doing better. Okay, that's what Miss Don says. Thank you for the speaking. My grandma had a bad heart. It's genetic. I got it too. I got it two facts. Right. Just like I got the lipoprotein in me that is associated to any kind of heart disease. That's just telling me that I got the lipoprotein in my blood, Goofy. It's just forewarning me, letting me know that you need to take care of your heart, as I'm going to keep doing because, like I said, I don't claim hypertension these days because my blood pressure don't scream high blood pressure these days. Okay. I got regular levels. Okay. Been having it for years since I've been on the CMOS, that is. See, that's why I found something that works for me. And so when I know that this is working for me and my levels, this is what I stick to. This is why I don't never change up on what I'm on. Because I see what this do for me versus what them people trying to give me for them from. No. This though work for me. Yep. My son father is bipolar, my oldest son, and now two of my grandkids. You see how that's a genetic lineup though, Miss Ray? So genetic lineups come from mentally ill diagnosis people and medical and mental diagnosis could be genetics that people deal with. Okay, from one line of family, from one generation to the next. Do you hear me? And if you have no knowledge of what's in your genetic makeup, honey, you just thrown off at this point. You're not going to understand when these people are telling you what it is you're going through, why you're going through what you're going through, because you don't know where you come from. You don't know your genetic makeup. This is what you need to be trying to do, people. It's important. It's definitely important. And I definitely got to know. 100. Thank you for those hearts. Exactly. People get on here and say anything. I love you, state and get the facts. Okay. You can keep certain genetic illnesses down by taking care of yourselves. Exactly. And that's really what them doctors gonna tell you straight up. Because that's what I said. It's not saying that you're gonna be an automatic risk. Don't even claim stuff. See, I don't even like claiming stuff like that. It's not saying that you're gonna automatically be somebody to go through that in your time, but you are at greater risk than someone else who does not have that. You are a much greater risk to somebody else if you're not taking care of yourself. But you have to display care for yourself. You understand? You have to take care of yourself because you are a greater risk when you don't take care of yourself. My side, my side heart disease, diabetics. Okay, on my side, heart disease, diabetes, and hypertension. My father's side is cancer and stroke. Okay. So you see how you are very aware of what kind of things your family line went through or go through. When you go see them physicians, you have to mention that to them people. And see, I'm so open minded and vocal with my physicians that I'd be like, listen, I need you to test me. That's how I found out I had a Lipro in me. I asked that man to do that. I asked my cardiologist, yeah, I want to know if I got the lipoprotein in me because he had to explain to me what that is. And he explained to me that that's a protein that may be in your bloodstream, but it's a genetic thing, though. It's more from genetics. So I come from a line of genetics where heart disease is something that they dealt with. And I know that to be a fact because that's how my mother went. Okay. That's how my grandpa that I never met, I wasn't even born of. You know what I'm saying? My grandmother, my mother's mother, husband, he passed young. But this is how I know that I got to be careful about what it is I'm doing. And I got to take care of me. Okay. And so I do so. I got to go, Niecy, but I have shared it out and will replay it as soon as I get back from Kroger's. Okay, Miss Juju, you have a wonderful Sunday. Auntie, tell Miss Howard, Mr. Howard, I say hello. Tell him I said hello. So listen, that's really my lie to let me bring about awareness to this idiot. She's an idiot to me. She can't even explain the first thing of nothing to me. I personally don't believe nothing that come out that lady's mouth is valid. Okay, nothing. Um, letting you know about what Lipro really is. Okay, goofy, big stupid. You are so illiterate. Did you ever show your page that GED that you're supposed to have? Because I'm still waiting on it. I don't. I want to know who actually gave you a GED. You're so illiterate to me. Your comprehension and IQ level is so low to me. So I had to fix you once again. I have to enlighten you once again on what Lipro genetic testing is, what risk factors that may tell me. It's definitely not a diagnosis. It's a genetic testing, goof troop. That's what it is. So know your facts before you get on your live speaking facts. And then you're definitely not talking facts anyway. When you on your live, you definitely wasn't spitting no true facts. So I had to come back and hit you with facts. Okay. Not only hit you with facts, but also help you. Again, I'm trying to enlighten you on some information and knowledge that you lacking in areas. But I understand why you lack in those areas because your brain just do not hold no storage for nothing to hold there. Your brain cells are completely fried. They're completely dead. So it holds no memory, no storage, you see, for you to even retain any kind of information or knowledge. You just sound real goofy. Once again, oh, you supposed to be the richest or the baddest one on here having the biggest bag on here. Yeah. Once again, a question has been presented like, where the money going? Because your hands and your feet, baby, you don't even give yourself the care, the self care it needs. Trying to be so cheap to do it yourself. If you got a big bag, let somebody else cater to you. Because the way your feet and your nails looked, oh boy, I cannot. Ooh wee is all I'm gonna say is ooh wee on that. Your food, while you worried about what somebody else's body type is built like, you need to be worried about stop consuming so much of that old ass food and them old ass meats that you be leaving out in your sink for days and still cooking and eating that shit. Then when you cooking the meat, you definitely starving it of all juices that it may have came with because you can't cook. Okay, eating old vegetables and fruits over there. Why you so worried about somebody else and what they doing? Have a wonderful day, Miss Leah. It just shows that people indulge in her lies or they just don't know like she doesn't know. Thanks for spreading the awareness. She definitely don't know. But that's kind of like you know what you just said? That reminds me of a statement that I said on my live yesterday. Like some people really just do not know because for one, a lot of people don't go to the doctor and keep up with their own health like that. They don't go to see these physicians. You can't even ask them if they have a primary doctor. A lot of people don't even have a primary, you know what I'm saying, that they see regularly, who they can call when they feel like something is going wrong with them. A lot of people don't have that. So a lot of people neglect their own medical health, okay, till it's too late. But then some of them just don't know, or some people may just be afraid to go. Some people may just be afraid to go because they don't want to hear bad news, because they may know what they have in a genetic lineup, and they may feel like, okay, this is kind of what I've been experiencing, but you don't want to do that shit too where it's too late. You don't definitely want to go see them professionals when it's too late. That's why I went on crack. They're like, listen, I'm gonna have my blood tested for this protein. And when it came back that I have signs of lipro in my blood, they just forewarned me that this is what you need to do to keep yourself healthy, because you will be a greater risk factor. Not saying that that's what I'm going to deal with, but I am at greater risk. If I don't take care of me, I will be at greater risk. So another factual thing is this, peach sour peach lady. Midnight don't consume old food. So Midnight definitely watch what goes in her body. I don't consume old meats. I don't consume old vegetables or fruits. Okay? I don't consume old food. I don't believe in eating old food. Okay? That's first. Secondly, Midnight definitely know how to eat in moderation. Okay? So you need to lay off them frappes over there with the extra caramel drizzle. That's why you got that Life with Louis belly over there. You need to lay off of those frappes with the extra caramel on it. That's what you need to do. That's food for thought for you. You need to lay off of those pulling up at that McDonald's drive-through, getting that caramel frappe, the frappe there with the extra caramel drizzle. You need to lay off of those, girly. Cause see, this is why your belly and your back getting wider and wider and wider. Cause you love to have a frappe with the extra caramel drizzle on top. Lay off of those. That's why your back getting wider, your belly's getting longer, longer and looser. Why you worried about somebody else? Stay out of McDonald's drive-through for the caramel frappes with the extra caramel drizzle. How about that? Midnight definitely know how to eat in moderation, though. That's for sure. I definitely don't cheat myself of things that I love to eat. And I don't encourage other people to do the same, because as in my motto is this, it's really not no such thing as nothing good for our bodies that we put in it. What makes people get big is how much food you are indulging in. That's what makes you obese. That's what makes you fat. That's what makes you gain weight. It's not about what you eat, it's about how much of that shit you eat. So if you are a person that's disciplined, or you're a person that's structured, or you're a person that has focus, and you can eat in moderation, then there should not be no issues there, because it's not about what you eat. It's about how much of that shit you are eating. That's what it's about. It's not about what you eat. It's about how much of that you eat. There's really nothing in our bodies that we can put that we can actually say that's 100% healthy. You can't say that it's 100% nothing out here healthy to go in your body. But you do have to watch how much of the things you put in your body. This is facts. Thank you for the hearts. Look into the boomerang for vascular health. Exactly. Everything in balance, of course. So I don't never cheat myself of things that I actually desire to eat. I'm not on no diet. Let's get that out there too. Because, honey, I never came or claimed to be on one. And I'm not on one. When you take holistic medications and supplements, that's not dieting, Goofy. That's actually putting natural things in your body so that your body can do its natural thing for you. That's what that's doing. Okay. That's putting naturals inside so that your body can keep its capability of doing what it needs to do for you. Okay. That's not dieting, because dieting is changing the way that you eat. However, the only thing that I do change about what I eat is I don't eat table salt. A lot of things that I use, when I use salt, I use kosher salt or sea salt. So table salt is something that I normally do not buy. Okay. That's something that I don't buy because kosher or sea salt is a little bit more better for those people when it's actually pertaining to your blood pressure. Okay. And watching your levels from going sky high. Okay. If you want to prevent your shit from being sky high, you might want to refrain from table salt and go convert over to kosher or sea salt. Okay. That's the only change in seasoning that I actually made a change with. As far as anything else, I've been using a lot of different herbs and things of those nature, so that's no change there. I'm gonna always be a meat eater. I love meat. Okay. I can't be one of those people that just stoop to vegetables. Okay. I love meat too much. So I'm gonna always eat meat. Okay. I know how to clean and preserve my meat. I don't eat old meat. All right. Because you know, when you eating old meat, old vegetables, and old fruit, you putting all them bacterials in your body. Okay. That's what you're doing. So I'm gonna always be a meat eater. But we already know what they do to meat, right? We see what they do to all this different kind of meat that we buy, and we all buying it. Yet we still eat it. This is why you can only do this. Pray over what you eat. Pray over what you consume. I still eat vegetables and fruit, fresh ones or frozen. Okay. However, either or, fresh or frozen, I always wash everything that I consume. I don't care what it is. I always have to wash and rinse anything that I consume or cook. Okay. Same way we got to pray over the things we put in our mouths. When I am preparing a meal, I don't never just take things out of packaging without washing them. Okay. That goes for meats, vegetables, or fruit. Okay. That's not something that I do. So I'm going to continue to eat meat, and I'm going to continue to preserve my meat and clean the meat the way that I like to clean it. I'm going to continue to eat those frozen and fresh veggies, and I'm going to continue to wash them before I cook and consume them. I'm going to continue to eat fruit, fresh one or canned. Okay. However, you want to wash things off before you consume them. Okay. You don't ever just take some out the package and not wash that. You know what I mean? Do you understand the same way that they are tampering with our meats with steroids or whatever kind of antibiotics they putting in that stuff? They doing that with fruits and vegetables when they grow it, when they growing it. If you are not a farmer of your own, where you know how you growing your crop and you know how you growing your fruits and vegetables, because you know you're not putting chemicals or pesticides on that, then that's when you can say, okay, I know how my crop of stuff is growing because I know how I grow it and I know what I put on it. Okay. If you are not a farmer and you are buying it from farmers market or any kind of grocery store, your local grocers, you are buying things that somebody else tamper with. So you can't trust what they have done with it now, can you? This is why you just don't take it out the package and put it in your mouth. Okay. Happy Sunday, midnight at Joanne's Gifted Hands, and everyone. Happy Sunday, Miss Marva. Pink salt is good though. Yep, I heard about that one. I know that's right. I love meat too. Yes, that's correct. And everybody speaking. So that's all you can do with meat and vegetables or fruit these days. If you're not a farmer yourself, growing it and growing your own crop, you have to just pray over everything literally that you consume. When you go to these dineries and you're not in the kitchen, you're not in the back, but you trusting them to make your meal and bring it to you, serve it to you. You don't know what them people have done to your food. You don't know what somebody in the back have done or tampered did to your food. All you doing is you praying over that. If you are a person that pray over everything you eat, you pray over that and then you consume it, because we can't say what nobody is doing. Really, you can't. If you're not seeing these people physically prepare your food, you don't know what somebody has done to your food. Okay? Even when you sitting in them dineries being served, okay? All you can do is pray over what it is you put in your mouth these days. Okay? The information you are providing is valuable. Okay? That's all you can do these days is pray over everything you consume, because there's no such thing. There's nobody that can actually explain this logic to me to say this. And I'm finna end with you. Somebody who got this kind of mind frame and say, oh, I feel comfortable with somebody serving me my food in a dinery versus me going grocery shopping and buy food in the grocery store. Now explain me why you feel so comfortable, because sir or ma'am, you are not in the back of that kitchen while they preparing your food in that dinery, in that kitchen, in that restaurant. You don't see what they physically doing to your food, nor do you know who's physically fixing your food. You don't know what kind of mood that person in. So how are you safer with them bringing you something that they have fixed in a dinery versus you going to buy it in a grocery store? Explain that logic to me. How is it safer? How is it much safer? It's not no way. How is it safer when you can't see who actually fixing your food? How is it safer when you don't know what they may have put in your food? How is it safer when you don't know what they may have placed inside of your food? What they doing? People spitting food. People put stuff in food to poison people. How you think these people end up with food poisoning? Their kitchens are nasty, so they got roaches and all of that. XYZ in their kitchens. The chemicals that they may be using is not properly stored, right? So some of that is loose in the air, all on your food, honey. You don't know what kind of medical issues that person breathing all over your food has, honey. So how is that much safer when you can't see them versus you going to pick your groceries in a grocery store? However, that's still not safe because of what they do to it before the grocers get it. That's what I'm trying to say. However, that can't be safe either. However, we as people take chances on that. But like I said, the chances you are taking is just praying over it in hopes that God blesses the food that you prepared. But it's not nothing with logic. You can't even explain that to me how it's that much safer than you going to pick your own crop or your own meat. You can't even explain that. It can't be explained. Okay. This is why all you can do is just pray over it. That's it. And that's all. You be better off preparing your own meals at the crib. Okay. Because you know what you put in your food. You know how you cooking your food and how you serving it to your family. But for a person to eat fast food every day and say, "Oh, I don't trust them grocery stores and I don't like what they sell in there," but you go to a dinery every day to eat, you not making sense, sir or ma'am. You not making no sense right there. You really not making sense. You saying that you trust them dineries before you trust go buying food out of a grocery store. How? Explain that to me. Mm, most can't, honey. Because like I said, I'm a great debater. And I think outside the box. I think abstract. Oh, honey, how about that? I think a little bit more deeper than that. You're gonna have to explain how you feel like it's safer receiving your food from somebody bringing you and cooking your food versus you going to make your own food. Nothing. This is why I say nothing. Nothing that we consume in our bodies that we actually live off in today's world is 100% official for our bodies. This is why we have to pray over it at every time. Okay? That's it. Thank y'all for the avatars. Okay? Monsanto has a monopoly on produce, on a product that produce and food production that are the largest suppliers of the nation. Let me read that again. Monsanto has a monopoly on produce and food productions that has the largest supplier of the nation. That's a game? Is that a form? That's a different monopoly game? You can't trust nothing coming from these people. You got to be on actually growing your own crop. Now, if you are a person that knows a farmer, I'm talking about this is why I wish I had that kind of connect. I'm gonna tell y'all that, and then I'm gonna let you go for real. Now, if I knew somebody, because we got a lot of, if I really wish I knew a farmer out here, because one thing about Wisconsin is that you literally do have people that still live that farm lifestyle, where they actually have farms out here. You know what I'm saying? They really literally have farmers out here still with animals and farms. Okay. Now I wish I really knew a personal farmer. I wish I knew them on a personal note to where I can directly buy my produce from them, or my meat per se from them, or my vegetables and fruits from them. Because if you know how that farmer grows his or her crop, and you know what they actually putting on their crop, how they raising up their animals to get their meat, you might be able to trust that. You know what I'm saying, and be able to say, well, I know this is a good load of crop I got. This is a good batch of fruit. This is a good batch of vegetables. This even a good batch of meat. Because see, they not sending it to these people after they make their sale. It goes through somebody else. Those different people, which is third parties, they do what they want to do with this to get a profit. So if they feel like they want to clone things to make it look bigger to gain a profit, this is what they do with our fruits and vegetables and our meat. You know what I'm saying? Once they get the crop from the farmer, that crop is sold to another party. They do what they want to do with that crop to make a profit before they put that in grocery stores. Okay? To gain a profit. So if they cloning shit, or if they making shit to look bigger than up normal, this is why you see such meats in the store that look so big. Don't y'all ask yourself that question? Why that meat so large? Why them wings so large? Because they be cloning animals. You know how they do it? Cloning things, hitting them with antibiotics, hitting them with steroids. That's why you see some fruit overly large, some vegetables are overly large, and you see meat like that as well. Okay. So if you had a farmer that you can buy directly from, you know how he or she is actually growing a crop. If you personally know how they grow their crop and how they raise their animals to gain meat, get their meat. Okay. You can actually say you got a good grocery list of crops from that farmer. You can actually feel safe with eating that person's food, because certain things, a lot of people don't grow their crop with pesticides or chemicals, neither. It's other ways. It's other ways to grow your own crop. For those of you who have a garden and you growing your own greens, your own cabbages, your own potatoes, okay? You got fruit, you got an apple tree, orange. You doing all this oranges, apples, peaches, pears. Some people actually got that kind of stuff. They growing it themselves. Your herbs, okay? Your peppers, bell peppers, your sages, all of that. My grandmother have a garden, so I already know how that goes. You can actually say, okay, my stuff is safe by the way that I grow it. You know what I'm saying? What I put on it. No, that's the nation's large food supplier. Oh, Masano is the nation's large food supplier. And yes, Masano have their hands in everything you are speaking of. Alicia, good morning. How you doing, Miss Alicia? Yeah, that's why you can't trust them. I already know a lot of them manufacturers have a lot of that. They hands in that when it's bought from a farmer's market or a farmer, because they selling a lot of their crop. Even with their eggs, you know what I'm saying? When them chickens lay their eggs, they even doing stuff to that before they put that in the store. So we gotta pray over it. You know what I'm saying? We gotta pray over that shit. There's nothing else that you can do. Pray over it. Continue to pray. Because they definitely tampering with it. However, human beings got to live still. We still got to live. We still got to consume things our body needs. We need to be able to feed our bodies. We got to live still. So we do buy those things. Okay. We still spend our hard earned dollars on that. Okay. Because we still got to live. So I already know that stuff going through one farmer's hand to a third party hand. They do whatever they want with that kind of stuff before they put it in grocery stores, honey. They have already tampered with all of that shit before it go in a grocery store. Man, I do a lot of research for that fact. Not to mention, I'm into documentaries that's based off actual events. I like to read. I definitely like to watch a good slide that's educational. I like to watch these shows that shows you how food and stuff are processed. You know, things how food be processed, how this restaurant food be processed, and this what we consume, honey. Do you know what's all in that kind of shit? Good morning, honey. Do you all know what's in there? Yes, support your local growers and cultivators. Insecticides for the organics are harmful. Right. And then that's another thing you brought that up. Like I'm glad you brought that point up. You know how in grocery stores where they have your organic section for your fruits and meats that are more organic than the regular meats. How do y'all actually know that y'all not getting regular meat and they just throwing a label on there? Y'all actually did not see them put that or make that, right? So they are just selling us off with labels, okay? You kind of know how our clothing lines are, where there's big labels for designers. So they just put those labels on threads, but you can find threads of the same thread somewhere else for a lesser or cheaper price. So all they are doing is selling people with labels. Because when you go in a grocery store and you see organic section for organic vegetables, fruits, or meats, but then you got your regular meats. They just throwing organic labels on that meat. Okay. How do you actually know that you're not getting regular meat? How do you know that that's officially organic meat? Because you know they can make the color look different by putting color food colors to certain things. They can tamper with making things look different to fool people as what they do. So they throw labels on a lot of this shit, but you are really being sold the regular shit. Just like with labels, just like with labels, when it comes to clothing or designer, that same material that they take to make these designer products and clothing with, you're going to find that same material somewhere else for a lesser price, but it's going to be of more value with that designer name on it. So all you're paying for is the name, not so much the material. Do you understand me? Not so much the material you paying for. You paying for the name that they placed on that material. Because you can find that same material for a much lesser price somewhere else. They definitely tamper with food to make the coloring look different. See, this is stuff y'all got to know. Do y'all watch this kind of shit on TV? Do y'all actually do research on this? This is what I'm telling y'all I do. See, I'm a person that like to actually watch that kind of stuff on TV. I like to actually watch that on a computer screen. This is what I research, okay? Because I'm trying to be in a place to where I want to learn more survival skills on living off grid. This is why I look at stuff like that because I got to have hardcore survival skills on living off grid. So this is why that kind of stuff interests me. This is why I know about that kind of stuff because I look it up. I definitely look up what they do to our food, how they process our food, how they growing your vegetables and your fruit, how pharmaceuticals are not good for you. Okay. As to why I converted over to the holistic way of living. hmm All of that. How they do color food and how our food looks. Some of our food look bigger than other. How they look discolored, because they hit them with certain things. That's what they do. Y'all got to get off into that research and know this kind of stuff for yourself. I'm just saying, you got to know this kind of stuff for yourself. You got to be willing to learn, okay? And I'm just so eager to learn. However, like I said, this is stuff that we all take a chance on because we still go buy it. This is stuff that we all take a chance on because we still go to dineries and go out to eat and eat these fast food places and sit in these dineries. We take a chance, and that's what is called taking a chance. But this is why I said, people, you have to constantly pray over everything you put in your mouth and pick up. Yes, absolutely. We have to live. Exactly. So we still have to eat. I am the same way. I love to research and learning the inner workings of society, right? And she says, good question. You are telling the truth. They are injecting pink slime in meat and making meat look 3D printers. Mm-mm. You are speaking the truth. Midnight at Joanne's Gifted Hands, right? Midnight, I'm interested in learning about holistic treatment, but I'm going to teach y'all about that. I've talked about that a few times on a couple of lives that I did. I showed a couple of products that I actually take on a regular too, as well. And when I come back, I'll definitely have that. I would actually like to do one with my homie present with me so she can actually tell y'all about her product. I'm going to talk to her to come on my panel on YouTube one day. I'm going to holler at her today. I'm gonna holler at Deb. Her name is Deborah Cole. That's my homie. That's my friend. That's where I get all my CMOS from. I'm gonna holler at her, and I'm gonna ask her if she want to be a guest on my platform so she can explain to y'all all of her holistic products. And when you are interested in them, she'll tell you how she can ship them to you because she definitely deal with other people outside of the state of Wisconsin. Because when I come across people who are interested in holistic living and treatment and medical, like I am, I do refer them to her, and they have bought from her. She do teas, she do sea moss. She do different supplements. She do those ginger shots. She does beet shots, because beets is another thing that's good for your blood. Okay. She do the frozen pops, even frozen pops. When it comes to holistic living, like with beets, greens, kale, spinach, all of that. So I'm gonna talk to my friend about coming on my YouTube platform. Let her show y'all some of her good product and let her tell y'all what this does for you. Okay. And she's definitely gonna be game for it because that's promotion to her business. And that's why I support her business 100%. That's my friend. Yes, that's my friend. But I support her business. Okay. I definitely support by buying all of my holistic treatments and supplements that I like. I buy it from her. And she always hit me with something free. She's even given me certain things. She also makes turmeric soaps and things of those natures as well. She makes so many different kind of oils um, that you can put on your skin. It's for skin, nails, and hair. She does it all. She does it all. That's who I support. When you're talking about my holistic way of living, I support my dear friend. She converted me over to this. And I couldn't be more happier. I told her, like, Deb, you wasn't never a lie. I can't be the one to run out of no sea moss, honey. I can't run out of them turmeric shots that she gives. Beets, I don't like to consume beets as a vegetable. But have I had a beets frozen pop that she made for me? Yes, I have, and was able to eat it, y'all. When you mix beets into your smoothies, I get it like that sometimes too. When I go out here to these smoothie shops, you can get them like that. Mix it in with fruits and vegetables. That's the way you can consume it so that you don't taste it because beets are very gross to me. I've tried it, but I just don't like it. So it has to be mixed with something else. It has to be mixed with other fruits and vegetables for me to even eat it and like it. How you doing, Miss Ann? That would be awesome. I am on holistic medicine and source my herbs from the Caribbean. And I would like to catch that podcast. Definitely will let y'all know because I'm gonna talk maybe it could be done later if she's not working. I'm gonna definitely call her. I love pickle beets. I don't like beets. I tried to eat beets when I worked in a nursing home. I tried. I tried to eat them just like how they serve it to them. And I couldn't eat it. I could not eat it for the life of me. I tried. I didn't like it. But that's a good source for your blood and your circulation. Okay. Beets make beet popsicles and add a touch of Kool-Aid. I had some beet popsicles before though. I had it like that. Right, I've had beet juice in a smoothie. Yeah. I'm doing good and you? I'm doing fine. Just have to come up here and bring some awareness to somebody on here that sound like a whole fool out here on this Facebook app. So she got to be brought down and enlightened again. So y'all watch this on the playback, okay? This is also live streaming from Facebook and YouTube. I'm on both of my platforms with this one, okay? And this is a 2 hour live, which I feel is very feasible, honey. It's very valuable information in here. Although I'm reading somebody their rights, I'm still helping her at the same time and many others. How about it? Okay. That's what bringing awareness is about, girl. So you might want to take notes because you just came on here and make yourself look very extra stupid this morning. You really did. Okay. However, you don't know shit about me medically. You don't know what it is I do. I've never been a druggie. I take care of me. I definitely do me. And I definitely know more than you will ever know. Okay. I definitely know more than you could ever know about me. I definitely know more than you will ever know about anything that I done spoke on out here on today. How about it? So you can't tell me about me. Because, see, what me and you do is not the same. See, I bring forth awareness. And when I bring forth awareness, and I have done this on several, many occasions, because I have so many different lives when I have done that. I mean, y'all have to really look down on my lives. You know what I'm saying? I usually like to make my titles a certain way if I'm bringing that kind of awareness to y'all so that y'all know that y'all, this going to be the topic of what we talking about type of thing. But I usually title my stuff like that. So when you looking at my videos, just pay attention to the way it's titled. Then you might have an idea about what I'm speaking on or what I'm showing y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I've done that several times already with showing people what kind of things I put in my body. I've said so many times on so many lives that I really don't believe in nothing being good for our bodies. Okay? I said that so many times because I truly believe like that, people. There is nothing good for us. Continue to pray over your food. Continue to pray over things you put in your mouth. Continue to pray over any kind of pharmaceuticals you putting in your body. If you want to learn more about holistic herbs and the natural way of living, just look up holistic treatment or holistic medication, holistic way of living. Just look that up and read about that. It's going to give you some of the holistic ways in holistic herb. Remember when I said marijuana is a holistic herb that most people use to control pain and to obtain an appetite, control pain, and to sleep? Before they would take pharmaceuticals, they would rather have marijuana. It also minimizes anxiety and stress levels. That's what I'm talking about. If you really want to know what the holistic way of living would do for you, just look that up. That's all you got to do. But I'm definitely gonna come with a podcast show. It's gonna be streamed. I'm gonna stream it on both Facebook and YouTube at the same time. I'm definitely gonna come with that for y'all. I'm gonna actually talk to my homie today about that. My friend, let her know. Listen, I got some people that's really interested in all of this stuff you be making. Like they hear me talk about it, but they want to hear. I want to bring you on. She's gonna be game, okay? She's gonna be so game that she's gonna be willing to show y'all her products, some of the products, how it's made, what it does for you. She's gonna be game. So when I get the info from her, even if we have to schedule this for another day, because my friend do work. She's a nurse. She works as a travel nurse. So maybe she's working today. So per whatever her schedule is, we're gonna set it up. Okay. And I'm gonna definitely let you all know when that is gonna take place. Okay. And as I said, I support her business in that realm. Definitely been somebody loyal to her business. And she definitely is very loyal to what she do for me. And sometimes my friend have even given me things to try or things to come up on my platform and show the people that she gave me. Okay. So I've done so many lives like that already. If you have been following me, Midnight at Joanne Skip the Hens, then you know that's the real. Okay. All lives are up. Sounds like I missed some tea. You have to run it on the playback. You sure did. You are doing a very good job. Thank you. Thank you for the share, Danielle. Well, you kind of late though, Miss Lowe. Miss Lowe, I've been on here for 2 hours. I'm about to get off, honey. So you might have to catch a replay. Thank you for the shares. You are right, Midnight. Yeah, because Miss Donna, you've been around for a long time. You know that I've done so many lives on holistic ways of living. This is extremely disturbing that one adult woman is acting like an animal with rabies. Okay. Period. I just left Honduras and they spoke on Dr. Sabi and I brought the botana. You got the botana oil? Me too. You got the botana oil? Me too. And it's done wonders for my hair. Oh my God. That botana oil that I mixed, y'all seen that mixture that I made on live with y'all? When I made my mixture of my grease and put that botana oil in there, boo boo. Cause see, my hair, I get so much good. My fro, this is how I know my hair has grown tremendously, y'all, because I got spongy like hair, right? It's 4C hair, but it's very spongy like. So that means the shrinkage in my hair is so real. But when I pull my hair down, oh we that botana oil come straight from Honduras, honey. Sure did. And I got some. My great grandmother was a herbalist, and my cousin has the notes for her remedies. Okay. There are different types of herbs for different alignments. Yeah. Man. You know, Dr. Sabi. Dr. Sabi is somebody who I follow, though. I follow him. And you know what's cracked up? You know what's so wrong about that, Low Lane? See, you know about Dr. Sabi, right? You know when they said that man, you know when they claimed that man died of pneumonia, that was some BS. You knew. That's a whole herbalist right there. That's a whole herbalist. That man has helped people who was dealing with HIV and AIDS on teaching them different remedies to use when it comes to herbal living. You know, they tried to tell the world that that man passed away from pneumonia. They tried to say that man passed away from pneumonia. They crazy as hell. That man ain't passed away from no damn pneumonia. They took that man out because he was about to take pharmaceutical companies out, to be real and to be honest. That's why they brought him down. They brought him down because so many celebrities, so many stars, so many regular blue collar people like you and I believed in his remedies, boo. We believe in his holistic way of living. And so many people still follow that right now today while that man rests easy in the ground. But he was finna knock out pharmaceuticals. That's why they took that man off the map. That's why they took him out because he was finna bring pharmaceuticals out of business. That's what he was finna do for them. He said, you don't need them pharmaceuticals. This is what you need. This is what you can put in your bodies to heal XYZ type of illness. It does XYZ type thing for you. People start following. He have still a big, large following base. But they knew that man was finna put out the things and the words for all being an herbalist he was. That's why they say he wasn't an accredited doctor, this and that and the third. They said all that about him. They said he died from pneumonia, being that he is a natural herbalist and that he had so many people underneath his studies, underneath his practice of medication. Listen, they took that man out because he was finna actually take out pharmaceuticals. That's what. Just bought it. I have hair loss from my lupus and alopecia. Okay. Yes, my hair has blossomed. Okay. Using that. I'll go watch Ty from traveling home. Okay. No way they took him out as they did Nipsey Hussle. Yeah, they took that man out. Cootum butter is a natural butter that helps with length and manageability. Low lane, yes, lupus definitely takes an effect on my hair. I'm back from Kroger's now, Walgreens. Okay, Miss Auntie. They locked him in prison and they took away his herb and imprisoned him. They knew what that man was on. They sure did unalive him. They did. Mm-hmm. Me too. Funny how he passed and then Left Eye when she was there researching him. Then Nipsey Hussle as he was doing a documentary. I'm his. Yep. Left Eye was actually in Honduras. You know what I'm saying? Herbalizing herself. Yeah. I got to have that in the lineup. Yeah, I know I got that in the lineup. Oh yeah. But you know, she said something though while she was on there. You know how she hit that little boy, right? In the documentary. And she ended up helping that family. She felt like it was a bad sense of energy on her in that documentary. She even said so herself. Um, and you know how she hit that boy and that boy was expired. She killed that boy, right? Ever since that happened, she felt like she had a bad sense of energy on her where she felt like her life was at stake. So basically, she was telling us in the documentary she felt like she was finna pass. She said that, y'all, because I take heed. I watch, I love TLC. So I definitely was hip to her going to Honduras. Okay. When that happened and she helped that family out there, because that's something that she did not mean to do. She helped that family with them burying the boy, but she felt like a bad sense of energy was on her ever since that happened, to where so many words she was saying she felt like death was near her. You know what I'm saying? And it's just quite awkward that they got into that accident right there. And it instantly took her. Her passengers were hurt, but they didn't lose their life. She did. So I did peep that message in there that she felt like death was on her. She felt like some kind of bad energy was on her. You know what I'm saying? I was looking on YouTube about him and his unexpected death. Right. She felt like that. And that happened to her right there. They want to keep us sick from those worldly meds. Exactly. And you know what those worldly meds do for our bodies? That's why they offset our bodies' natural ability. He was a true healer, definitely. Where can you buy the Botana oil? Oh, I bought it. I bought it through a site on here. I bought it. I bought it. And I mix my Botana oil with my solution that I make with my Dax grease, both of them. So what goes in that is all of my oils that I use in my hair, okay? I mix that in my grease and I put Botana oil in there. And I've been on Botana oil for I want to say 3 weeks now. And when I say that I got that spongy looking hair, but my hair is so it's like a sunflower, it's sprouting so big. That's because of what all I put in my hair. And then I wash my hair on the regular. I treat my hair on the regular too. I got a video that I'm finna upload for y'all on when I was doing a hot oil treatment on my hair. I also got another regimen that I got that I'm gonna upload for y'all because I'm actually gonna make it today so it can sit in a mason jar so I can use it for the next time I wash my hair. But I use fungu Greek seeds, rosemary herbs, natural rosemary, that is the herb. I use fungu Greek seeds, rosemary, and green tea. I'm gonna make that solution for y'all, baby. Mm-mm. He is the one I actually learned about the sea moss you make yourself. Yep, yep. That's where I first heard Dr. CB talking about sea moss too. And my friend actually followed Dr. CB heavy too. Thank you, Miss Juju, for them avatars. Also, check where the herbs and oils you can buy are sourced. The tour guide told us personally. I would love to go to Honduras, though. I would love it. Don't buy the online sea moss, guys. Try to find a legit herbalist. The government is a MF. Exactly. I don't buy mine from there. Miss Danielle, my friend make her own. I'll get it from her. We talking about left out from TLC, right? Yep, yep. Auntie Juju. Getting ready to start my day. I will catch you the next live. Have a wonderful and blessed afternoon. Same to you, Miss Ann. That was so eerie watching a video right before her crash. Right. I seen that documentary too. Yep. Opioids are definitely the reason my spine is narrowing. Facts. Okay. And see, y'all see what Auntie said? Nick Cannon was also bringing it out, a Cybe documentary, but changed his mind. He was probably warned, yep, that they were going to take him out. I remember that too. I remember it. Can you give me the sites? Yep, I sure can. Please do. I love to see it. I sure will. And it's working wonders for my hair because, see, Botana oil could be used for different ways. Like you can use that for a conditioner, a leave-in conditioner on your hair, or you can follow um, by using it as a conditioner and then washing out. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could stand the texture of sea moss. I can't swallow it, right? Because it's like applesauce. It's like an applesauce consistency to me. You know what I'm saying? But yo, I'm gonna have to show y'all that because listen, I be trying to. If I'm interested in something, I'm definitely gonna stick with it. I'm skeptical of buying sea moss offline, trying to find locally. Oh yeah, that's why I don't buy it offline. Not sea moss, y'all. Not the sea moss. I don't buy my sea moss offline. I bought that Botana oil offline. My sea moss come from my homegirl. She makes it for me. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We talking about that Botana oil. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. My sea moss, that's coming from my friend. She makes her own. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. I can't do sea moss either. Howard uses it. It's so good for y'all. I'm telling you. They got sea moss capsules and stuff. If y'all can't do the consistency of it, they make sea moss in capsules. If y'all do them like that, you know what I'm saying. They do have them in capsules too. I just like the sea moss that's more texture, like applesauce. I like that. I try so many times as well, but they say what's good for you is usually gross tasting. Yeah, so true. But I like the taste of it. It's not nasty because I get flavor. That's what I was worried about. Unflavored sea moss. I heard that was disgusting. You know, like if you ever got your sea moss unflavored and it was like in the applesauce consistency, like how I like mine in jars and mason jars. That's the way I get mine. Now I don't get unflavored though. I get all of my sea moss flavored. It's none of it's unflavored. Okay, none of it. All of it is flavored. But if y'all don't like it like that, they have capsules that you can take it in as well. You can share the info on your homegirl making a CMOS in my black owned business group. You can both join. Okay. Because I'm definitely gonna have her come on my platform and actually let y'all know and let her show y'all some of her product. It's definitely good. He uses ginger as well. Me too. Me too, Auntie Juju. I take ginger. And I remember when I first started taking ginger, ginger is so strong. I remember when I first started taking ginger, I had to use a lot of water behind it, but I've been on ginger for a long time now. So it don't really harm me like that, where you get that sensation of a burn. With the ginger, it don't do that to me no more because I've been on it for so long. So I'm so used to it now. I don't even have to chase it with water no more. I'll try to eat it alone first, then mix it in a smoothie if not tolerable. Yeah. They freeze sea moss. Some people freeze it. Yep. Use it for ice chips or something like that. Some people do it like that too now, y'all. Y'all can freeze it. You know what I'm saying? Freeze it. People put sea moss in everything in their food and their gravy and all that. You know what I'm saying? Just freeze it. If you can't eat it out the jar, I scoop it up out my mason jar. Eat it just like applesauce, honey. I do it just like that. But some people need to have it in different forms. You can freeze sea moss and make ice chips out of them. Okay. You can freeze sea moss anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different ways you can do that. Sea moss also comes in capsule form if you don't like that consistency like that. You know what I'm saying? Because some people do have a consistency issue with certain things on their tongue. It just makes them gag. It's a consistency issue. So that's very understandable because I feel like that with oatmeal. The touch of that touching my tongue instantly makes me gag. It's the look for me. First of all, I can even feel like I got to vomit just looking at oatmeal. But if oatmeal was in my mouth, that would make me gag instantly. You know what I'm saying? So I understand the texture of what some people say when it's a texture thing. I do get it. Well, y'all, I'm finna get ready to get up out of here for real. I just have to bring some awareness to a real life goof troop. You know what I'm saying? A real life goof troop. On top of that, bring her back down to reality. And as many times as I need to do so, I will. Okay. As many times as I need to do so, I definitely would not have no problem doing so. How about that? If you are not watching or following Midnight at Joanne's Gifting Hands, press the tag along button. If you are not, subscribe to Midnight's YouTube channel, which is the Midnight Crew. Go press the subscribe button because I'm also live streaming from both YouTube and Facebook. Okay. When we do that podcast, we're gonna make sure that Facebook see it too, because I want people to be able to tap in, honey. This is gonna be real resourceful. I'm definitely gonna live stream from both of my platforms. Okay. Finna get off this phone, hit my homie up about that, see what her schedule look like. Cause if she got some availability this evening, we gonna put that together. Okay. And I'm gonna bring her on board and let her explain to y'all how long of a customer I've been dealing with her, what products she have, what they do for you. Okay. You'll be better off hearing it from her. Okay. On that note, y'all all have a wonderful day. Be easy. And I definitely will be giving you a post up if I'm able to schedule and set that up today. This is your girl, Midnight. Holla back, y'all.